Have you ever thought of yourself as a story? Not just any story, but a whole book. A book filled with chapters, some short, some long, some vivid, some easy. A book with no predictable plot, no neat ending, no fixed narrative. You are not a novel. You are a collection of stories. And here's the thing, who you were doesn't have to bleed into who you will be. When we think about our lives, so often we imagine them like a novel, a single, continuous story with a beginning, middle, and end. A story that has to make sense, a story that has to flow logically, with one chapter leading to the next in a smooth, predictable way. But life isn't a novel. It's a book made up of many different stories, sometimes overlapping, sometimes contradictory, sometimes surprising. We tend to tie who we were tightly to who we think we need to become. We try to plan our futures based on the lives we have already lived, as though the people we were in the past hold the key to everything that comes next. But that's a trap, because the truth is the person you are now, right here, right now, doesn't have to be defined by those past stories. Let me share 3 habits I've noticed, habits many of us share that keep us stuck in old stories, and how recognizing them can help you start writing new ones. Habit 1. Making problems where there are none. We have this idea that our lives need to be full of struggle to be meaningful, that for us to be happy, we must first overcome something big, something painful, something dramatic. But happiness is a choice, a conscious choice we have to make. If we don't choose it, our minds will create a reality where we subconsciously believe we don't deserve it. Why? Because somewhere along the way, other people, and ourselves have told us stories about who we are, stories that say you are only as good as the mistakes you have made, or you have to prove yourself worthy through struggle. This creates a mindset where we almost manufacture problems just to feel like we deserve happiness once they are solved. But what if happiness didn't have to be earned? What if you were worthy of joy right now, just as you are? This realization is freeing. It means you can stop looking for drama, stop waiting for your story to make sense. You can just be. Habit 2. Avoiding things that are too perfect. The second habit is a strange one, like we avoid things that feel too perfect, too good, too right. We sabotage happiness or the opportunities that come to us, because deep down we fear that if something feels too perfect, it might not last. Maybe you have noticed this in yourself. Pushing away a relationship that feels too good, doubting your achievements, or mentally tearing down your own success. Why do we do this? Because we are scared of disappointment. We have been hurt before, and we fear that accepting too much good might lead to inevitable pain. But here's the truth. Avoiding good things means we cut off parts of our happiness. You deserve to experience joy without guilt, to accept blessings without suspicion. Habit 3. Summarizing our lives too soon. The third habit is the way we constantly summarize our lives in our heads. Before making any choice, we think, how will this look in the future? What story will I be telling about this moment? Like, she graduated at 20, started a job, then we package our lives like neat summaries, okay? As if our decisions have to fit into a story that sounds right to others, or even to ourselves, years down the line. But those summaries are written for characters we no longer are. We cannot always draw straight lines between who we were, who we are, and who we will be. Life isn't a single narrative that has to make sense all at once. It's a series of stories. Some may contradict each other, some may surprise you, and that's okay. The recurring voice inside us, the narrator of our life story, often clings to old chapters. It's afraid to let them go. But to genuinely create new stories, you have to allow the old ones to fall away. You are not just the sum of your past mistakes or triumphs. You are not trapped in one role, one identity, or one version of yourself. You are the author of a book still being written. You have the power to change the narrative, to write new chapters filled with hope, curiosity, and possibility. Life is not a sepia-toned flashback or a predictable plot. It is vivid, it is real, it is messy, changing, and unpredictable. You don't have to understand every twist or turn. You don't have to control every page. You just have to keep showing up, keep writing. You might find that different parts of your story seem at odds. You might hold conflicting truths about yourself, and that's perfectly normal. You can be both strong and vulnerable, ambitious and content, tired and hopeful. You don't have to choose just one version of yourself. What you believe about yourself shapes what you allow yourself to experience. If you think you are not worthy of happiness, you might unconsciously block joyful experiences. If you think you are only enough when you are perfect, you might avoid trying new things. But when you start believing in your worthiness, right now, you open the door to new stories, new joys, new growth. The book of your life is still being written. The chapters you have read so far are important, but they don't have to define every page that comes next. You are more than a single story. You are a collection of moments, feelings, and possibilities. And you are in control. Let go of the old chapters. Write new stories. And remember, your life is not a novel with a fixed plot. It's a book filled with stories waiting to be told. And you are the storyteller. And this was the message of today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye.